I hope you understand that the title of this program is meant to be ironic. I don't really have a liberal agenda, and most of my liberal friends don't either. That's one of the problems for us politically. If you are willing to bend, waver, compromise, change positions, you won't win offices. But that's the very foundation of liberalism, the willingness to be open to new ideas with new information. Unfortunately, voters don't like politicians who bend, waver, compromise, change positions. That's why conservatives are so successful. They have a network, pun intended, of radio talk show hosts, television pundits, and print and online journalists who give them talking points. I know this because I attend to those shows, and I hear the bullet points repeated often by conservatives. That's not a criticism. It's how conservatives win. Because I don't believe the conservative viewpoint is the view held by most Americans on most issues, especially when it comes to legislating social values like same-sex marriage and transgender rights. There's generally an outrage by fundamentalist Christians, but I believe they are in the minority, because I know that there are many Christians out there who don't share these extremist views, and they want to live and let live. It may surprise you to know that we are not a nation founded in Christianity. The very first phrase of the first of the Bill of Rights says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Look it up. That means that neither Christianity nor any other religion shall be the basis of our federal laws. And if you were to read a little further, and most of you don't, he said condescendingly, try Thomas Jefferson's letter to the Danbury Baptists. He repeats to them the phrase I just invoked, and, quote, thus building a wall of separation between church and state. He uses those exact words. So when a conservative says, as Christine O'Donnell did a couple of years ago to a group of lawyers, where in the Constitution is the separation of church and state, and they all kind of chuckled, I point to the very first phrase of the First Amendment and an explanation given by Jefferson to a church body. So once you put religious dogma aside, you can look at what a federal government should do to help its citizens. Note that I didn't say to rule over its citizens. That is the very reason the Founding Fathers chose a term like president, not king, supreme ruler, or premier. That person is meant to preside and execute laws according to the will of the people. And with those freedoms, sadly, comes the freedom to lie and deceive. And here are some of those deceptions. While Trump supporters were shouting lock her up and sporting Hillary for jail t-shirts, here are some facts that shockingly don't come from what conservatives deem the liberal media. Yes, I can look them up myself in government documents and transcripts online. These are facts, not alternative facts. Hillary Clinton turned over more than 30,000 emails to the FBI. They came from her private server, which she admitted was a mistake. Of the 30,000, about 2,000 contained sensitive material. Not classified, sensitive. 110 were marked classified after they were vetted by the FBI. Three were marked classified at the time they were sent. 3. 2 of those were incorrectly marked, and 1 had inconsequential information, merely the name of a foreign leader requiring a returned phone call. Where's the treason? Where's the jailable offense? Now you're saying, Jeff, quit crying over spilled milk. She lost. It's over. Why is this important? Because those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Yes, that's the actual quote from a 19th century Spanish philosopher nobody ever heard of, named George Santayana. If you just read the headlines, if you don't pay attention, if you're not interested in politics or disgruntled with politics, fine. Don't vote. You heard me, don't vote. Yes, you're given the privilege to vote as an American citizen, but if you're not interested in fervently vetting the candidates to the best of your ability, I'm not interested in your vote. If you knew all of this information I've mentioned here and still voted for Donald Trump, I can respect that. I don't know what's wrong with you, but at least I know that you did your homework. This is not about the past. It's about 2018 and 2020. If you don't read nonpartisan documents about health care, immigration, about travel bans, about tax reform, about climate change, and about trade, stay home. Otherwise, we risk re-electing the most unqualified and unfit presidential candidate in the history of the United States. And if you're poor to middle class, or a member of a minority, or a female, you should really understand what you're voting for in 2018. I'm Jeff Demas, and this is the Liberal Agenda.